Okay, so back to where we began, or we left off, I should say. And it's now nearing, I think it's around, what time is it? 6 o'clock. Let me see this. I usually can tell over the summer by this. Yeah, it's around 6 o'clock. And you saw a couple of people are out. Someone just passed by and opened up the store. That's not a taxi with tourists. That's just a taxi. The guy owns a taxi, so he has a key to the store. So here is a close-up of the tobacco leaves. These are not ready. See, they're not dry yet, but they're getting there. Pretty close. Pretty close. And it's really grueling work because aside from the fact that you have to plant them, you then have to pick them at the break of, literally 3 in the morning is when they start getting up. 3, 4 in the morning. When it's still cool outside. Zdrasti! Yeah, everyone's starting to come out right now to enjoy the cooler weather. The temperature is better now. It's not 41 degrees anymore. It's probably like in the 30s. Much better. Yeah. So after you pick them, you have to sew them on these strings, like I said before, and set them out to dry. It's really not worth the paycheck, but some people just don't really have another choice, sadly. And it's really mainly the elderly people because their pensions are so low out here. So you really can imagine for an elderly person to do all of that grueling work, what it takes. Okay, let's get back to happier things. You hear that animal up there? I've seen them. There are these like locusts, giant crickets, and you only hear them in the summer.
You guys are lucky. I was actually able to pull up a really old picture of one of them. This is 2013. So yeah, I haven't been able to actually find one to show you right now.
So in the winter at night, you actually hear these really weird birds that sing throughout the night. They actually creep me out because I'm not used to hearing birds at night. They freak me out. I'm used to hearing crickets and locusts because I used to come over the summer to visit my grandma and grandpa. So hearing that sound just brings back old memories and really relaxes me. I love it. This is the new house that they're building. So again, you can see they really tried to keep the old style with the stones. However, the roof is red, it's probably just due to money. But still, great job. Really great job. They really did keep the old feel. And here is some of the old roofing material. You can see the big pile over there, the slates. And they're probably not throwing them away because these can be used, they're valuable. I mean, they're old, so they are cracking, but the ones that are, even those that are cracking actually, can be used on the ground to make little pathways, kind of like the ones that you see at our house. And if you leave a little space in between and let some grass grow, you can imagine it becomes like a fairy tale walkway. It's really nice. Okay. Now, I've had a few questions on this, and I thought of it because of the hay over there. Do we have snakes on the farm? The answer is absolutely yes. We actually have 2 types of main snakes aside from the water snakes. We have water snakes, but they're not dangerous in any way. They kind of just swim around. They don't bite you. They're harmless. The snakes that we have on land, one of them is the problem. So the 2 types we have is smok, which is this, I looked it up a few days ago. It popped up as a type of corn snake, and it's really harmless. It's like a couple of feet long. It can actually get pretty big and pretty thick, but it's harmless. Even if you got bit by it, nothing's gonna happen. It's okay. The one that's the problem is the viper. Yes, it's called pipelianka in Bulgarian, and it's a viper. It's has a little horn on its nose. It's very intimidating. It's pretty small, but extremely dangerous. So we're all very wary of those pipilianki. And the way you can identify it, again, is the little horn on its nose, and it has a little diamond type of design on its, body. I love snakes. I don't know why. I've always had some weird obsession with snakes. I had a pet snake for a while there. But seeing a pipilianca on the farm was definitely very scary. It happened to me one time that I can remember. It was recently. It was a few months ago. It was actually last summer. Yeah. And I was walking right down that way. Actually, I'm going to show you where. We were grazing the sheep with a lady that lives right here in this house named Rosa. And she told me, Lori, be very careful and put on boots because there's a lot of snakes recently. But I'm like, no, I haven't seen a snake in so long. It's okay. Especially not a pipilianca. So and it was really hot also, so I didn't want to put the boots on. So I go literally like this. Very stupid idea. As I'm walking, literally, as my foot is right here, right over there, it just went right past me. And the first second, I didn't even note it. Like, how do I explain it? I saw it. I knew exactly what it was, but I didn't know how to react because I'm just like, whoa, what? But then after my brain really clicked as to what that was, I definitely got scared because if I had stepped on it or if it had bit me, it would have been a big problem because we don't have anti-venom on the farm, believe it or not. I know it sounds crazy, but we just don't have anti-venom. And the nearest hospital, which was 30 minutes away, is shut down, so it no longer exists. It's an empty building. So now we have to drive about an hour, and and you know what an hour can do when you have poisonous snake venom flowing through your veins. So here's another treat of summer. Hi. All of the little animals have been born over the spring, and now we have little babies. This guy's a couple of months. Look at him. Whee.
Didn't expect that, did you? I decided let's take a little sidetrack away from the innocent little goats, and I'll show you exactly what a pipilianca looks like. We saw this in, it's not on our farm actually. This was on a trip that we took to a cave like 45 minutes away from Sofia. And it was on the road, and you know me, I told you I love snakes, so everyone started trying to kill it, and I was like, no, you're not killing this. It's part of nature, no. And I decided to save it. I got yelled at for it, but I'm not killing anything. Anyway, now you get to see up close what a pipilianca or Bulgarian viper looks like. And here are some really, really old pictures of my snake back when I think I was like 19 or something like that. Don't ask me how I convinced my mom to agree to this. She didn't. I just bought him. Yeah. All right, I'm gonna stop this video here. It got way more snaky than I had anticipated, but I guess that's the theme of this video. Yes, we have snakes on the farm, and that was a little story about them. I have a lot more snake encounters that I'll be sharing with you down the road, but I think for today that's enough snakes. Join me in our next video where we're going to continue our downtown tour over the summer, and then off to the fields where we're going to be seeing some fruits and vegetables and finally meeting a few of the locals. As always, thanks for watching, and I hope you guys enjoy.